Bold, commanding, phenomenal, athletic, old school, bow tie, Chevy and the Equinox EV. We got a live show. I know everybody likes it. We got I guess not live. We got an in-person show. We got Beef. People haven't heard from Beef in a while. Beef.
Welcome, everybody.
Beef's here with us. Jonesy's on the ones and twos, which Ryan Richardson will be on the ones and twos up until late because we had a long time. But we're in, not Eugene, we're in Portland, Oregon. We got a lot to talk about from Ryder Cup stuff. We get a little bit of AI chatter. We talk about what scores
Talk about a
are
lot of
important
things,
in
to be
golf.
honest.
We
Probably
talk
the
about
most
a
we've
lot.
covered in like a year on this
Buddies, we
podcast.
talk about potential buddy
Yeah,
trips locations.
destinations.
Well, whenever we're in person, it's way better because you're able to actually like feel the conversation, kind of
100%.
flow it and move it from topic to
Suck
topic.
it, AI. You know
That's
what I
Suck
mean?
it, AI.
This
Yeah,
is
human-to-human
kinda
interaction.
When,
And when we're in Portland, when we're in Oregon, you're out here, you see all these trees, you see these creeks, you see all this nature. You think of those iconic Chevrolet commercials of those big cars
Like a rock.
just going through all those creeks and valleys and kind of just submerging itself with nature and kind of dominating the terrain. And that's what Chevy is to us. And obviously they've taken all of that and bottled it into the future, which is the electric vehicle. And with that said,
They've got the phenomenal 17-inch diagonal touchscreen display. The thing is off the charts. It takes over your entire experience when you're driving,
Yeah.
so it's as good as it gets. The thing goes forever on a single charge. If it's EV you're looking for, the Chevy Equinox EV, it's the best, smartest choice that you can make. Big thanks to Chevy that allows all this to happen. They've been supporting us for years and years now. They've been making cars for 100+ years and making EVs for over a decade. So check out the Chevy Equinox EV. Here we go. Let's have a show. Foreplay, presented by Barstool Sports. What a venue we're at here right now, gentlemen. We got live mics, which is unusual. I feel like I should be holding something, but then I would look bad.
Yeah, no, we're in a hotel room. We had to push the bed up onto the wall. We got a camera tripod set up.
Anxious moment pushing the mattress up.
If we were to leave the room like this and the cleaning staff were to come in here, they might not let us stay here
I brought
anymore.
my chair from my room in.
We've got all chairs that are just facing the bed.
Do we think this thing falls at some point in time?
100%.
I was nervous, and it's just going to
Is
absolutely,
a bad omen to put on it?
it's going to annihilate Brendan Jones and that
If
camera.
we just
but-
left this
Oh my God.
precisely as
Dude.
is with that tripod
a
up.
viewing corridor, looking at the mattress that's up in the air.
Did you bring that chair from your room?
Yes.
Yeah. They'd be like, they brought other chairs from other
So we
rooms.
got a chair missing from 10-1-2,
Yeah.
and then 16-11 has a mattress touching the ceiling.
He's getting
And
all
my
this
chair,
on.
and my chair from
Ooh,
1508.
buddy.
Oh,
Rigs like that one. He's getting on video. I
thanks
put it
for
on
the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Yeah, I'll put this on YouTube so
Are
people
you
can
Dirty
see what-
Mike?
God.
Is your
damn.
name Mike? Get out
Quite a
of here.
setup, dude.
That is
Yeah.
good stuff.
We're in Portland.
We're in
I've
Portland,
never been
Oregon.
to Portland.
No, Portland, Oregon. not Maine.
I actually, this is my second time. I was thinking about it. I came here a couple years ago to do a Chicks in the Office live show.
It's a random
Um,
spot for Chicks in the Office live.
They
show,
were doing a
too.
West Coast swing. I
Got
think they did LA, San Diego, Seattle, and Portland. So
Big-
Bigger
Interesting
city
city,
than I
yeah.
thought. It's a huge city.
it is big. Yeah.
There's-
Yeah.
There's like a lot. I mean, I'm sure just like with every city, there's a lot of different parts that I've seen in the hour that we've been kind of in this downtown area. Like when we were driving to the golf course, there were these trees that were overtaking all of these beautifully brand new sky rises that almost looked like The Last of Us, where it's like the ground and the earth was overtaking a metropolitan city. It was nuts.
I like flying in. I like it's what you're saying where there's just buildings amongst a lot of trees. They didn't, if you built a city, you could just like tear down all the trees. They were like, we're going to build amongst the trees.
Then this part gets a little weird right here. It's just like, there's not much to it.
No,
There's a lot of different versions of the
Business
city.
hub on this side, then you got
Yeah.
intertwined with
a
the.
lot like
with
Adam
the trees.
Scott colors out there.
Yeah.
the
Muted
buildings.
browns. But
Yeah.
yeah, nice city. Good golf out here as well. And yeah, I mean,
Oregon is kind of a powerhouse with golf. I mean, obviously Bandon Dunes and
Yeah.
all that, but there's some like Bend, Oregon
Yeah,
is
Pronghorn Resort there.
supposed to have some. That's where David McClain
Pronghorn.
Kidd lives up there and has a bunch of sweet
the
tracks.
place we were at today is legendary.
Dude, Pumpkin Ridge.
Pumpkin Ridge.
Brendan Jones texted me. It's like, yeah, they got us set up at a course Pumpkin Ridge, and I said, dude, that's where Tiger fucking Woods. I think it was his last of 3 straight U.S. amateurs. That's where Tiger Woods won the amateur, and from watching documentaries, there was like all this crazy hype. Nobody had ever won 3 U.S. amateurs, and nobody had ever won 3 in a row. Obviously,
And didn't he win 3 like World Junior
he won
Children's like
3 junior
World
amateurs,
Championships?
and then 3 of the U.S. amateurs.
This was his 6th straight like world win.
and going like best in the world.
Yeah.
He's like, and then going into this one, like the context of the time was he was just finishing up at like his summer after like Stanford and all of that, and the summer season, and then he went out and played in his last thing as like an amateur. Was like he's gonna do this before he turns pro, and he was doing the classic Tiger thing, which everyone's like, "Are you gonna turn pro?" And he's like, no decisions been made, all that. Literally, Nike is right here. Like Phil Knight was in the crowd
Yeah.
watching throughout the whole
Insane.
thing.
Yep.
All of that was going on, all the hoopla. He gets the fucking win in like crazy fashion per usual, coming down the stretch, wins the U.S. Amateur the 3rd straight. I think he won it in like a playoff. I think he won it in like the 37th hole with that kid that girlfriend was carrying the bag. He did it at that place we played at, won the U.S. Amateur, and then the next morning, like basically took the Nike Jet to his first PGA Tour event as a pro. And at that event, I think he got a fucking hole in one
Oh,
with
Yeah.
the Hello World.
I think he did too. Yeah, officially said, "Yep, I'm on tour now. Welcome. My name is Tiger Woods."
Was that Riviera that he played? Or
dominant.
no? Was that, am I got that wrong? Oh, I did. I think it was.
Which one?
I thought his first event was Riviera.
No, Riviera was his first ever event on the PGA Tour, but he was like 16. He wasn't a pro
That's
yet.
right. That's right. I got the.
I don't think was he in like fucking Milwaukee or something?
look it
Beef
up.
was like the first PGA Tour
Could
event
have
as a
been
pro.
Greater Milwaukee Open
I think that might have been it
back when they used
because
to
it
go
would have
there.
been a weird time of year because it would have been
Yeah, it would have been.
2 weeks ago. You know, so
Right.
it was like a weird time of year.
Milwaukee,
so-
1996 Milwaukee.
There you go.
Milwaukee, Greater Milwaukee Open, right?
I
Yep.
think that's where he did the Hello World and
Where
then
did
got
they
an
play it
ace.
at? Did they play it at Tuckaway, or did they play it at somewhere else?
You gotta
Let's
find
say.
it, Frankie. Beef's asking.
Sorry, They put you on the spot there.
1996 Greater
Milwaukee Open.
Milwaukee Open
Another
was
great state
held
with good
at
golf.
Brown Deer
Wisconsin
Park.
Golf course.
I almost said
Yeah.
Milwaukee as a
Brown
state.
Deer Golf Course.
What a
Brown Deer-
name.
I used,
Brown
to
Deer
I used to
Park.
play a golf course in Iowa City called Brown Deer.
Really?
Still there, yeah. Played it a lot.
Did you guys have a St. Andrews too where you grew up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
so
real
did
home
we.
of golf.
One.
So did we.
That's oh
didn't
yeah.
have
You
one.
had one?
Yeah, and it got overtaken and they built a neighborhood over it.
It's still there now. It's run
can't.
by it's a lot of local drama by a person that people don't like. But that was the hang spot back in the
Talk
day.
about it.
What's
Wanna
that?
Talk about it.
Well, the guy who used
Do
to
you want
own
to? Do you want to voice the concerns of
well,
the
the
locals?
guy
on
who
this-
used to
on this
own it, he
platform?
died.
Okay.
He was an old guy, and his daughter took over, and she changed it completely. It used to be a hang. Like the clubhouse was where you would. That's where I grew up in that clubhouse. Smoke everywhere. I'm 8 years old.
Gary Ryan has a hole in one in there.
Gary Ryan has a hole in one on one of the simulators in there. They wiped those simulators out.
Oh.
Took the simulators out, made it looks like a hotel lobby
Yeah.
in the clubhouse where it used to just be cigarette smoke, Joy and Gary, all their friends in there.
Damn.
She took it over and
Joy
then
and
she
Gary.
let it. I played it like a year ago. I was back home. I played with a buddy Mike, and they don't keep it up. You couldn't even see where the tee boxes are. It's a big to do in Cedar Rapids.
It should
Did
be.
you guys see the clip of the guy getting the hole in one in the simulator and going nuts?
No.
No.
There's a video. He's getting roasted. I don't know if it came out that it was fake, but it comes off like a genuine reaction. But he's in his simulator, gets an ace, and goes crazy. Like he
Loses
got
his
the real
mind.
ace, and everyone else in there is like, I mean, we're in a simulator.
Speaking of hole-
Depending on the settings, it like goes in the hole automatically sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Gary got his first one. I don't know if you can count it as a simulator, and then he got a real one a few months later.
Where?
Oh, somewhere in Arizona. I'd have to ask.
That's
Hell yeah.
Speaking of hole in ones,
It's a great state.
Barstool Classic. We had one yesterday.
Yeah, there was a bunch of chatter internally on if it was the first ever ace in the
Uh-huh.
Classic on the actual hole-in-one prize hole. Because we've had, this might have been the fifth or so, sixth ace, and they've all come where people get like nothing.
What are you laughing
There's
at?
that one guy that tweeted at us for like 4 years and was like, he made a hole in one.
Yeah,
I think it was at Hazeltine, or I can't remember where it is.
yeah.
And it wasn't on one of the hole in one holes.
It was a
right?
sponsored hole, right?
It wasn't a sponsored hole. So I don't know what we did for him. I think we may have just like gave him like a high five and
I
put it
wanna
on the
say
video.
I think Riggs definitely shook his hand.
Shook
I
his
think
hand.
that was what we did. We were like, dude,
And
you get a handshake from the commission. He was like, this fucking sucks.
He tweeted at us every single day for like 4 straight years. And anytime we would say anything cool about the Classic, he'd be like, just don't make a hole in one. They're not going to do shit for you. Like, and it would always be like the Barstool Classic sucks. You get a hole in one in there, and all they do is shake your hand. It's like, well, no, you don't get. It's like we have all these sponsored holes where like that's just where you have to do it.
Dude, how about some guy on another par 3
we
that
don't
day?
hear from him anymore. I
Probably
don't
hit
know
one to
where
like 11 feet 2 inches and won a sick prize. And
Right.
that guy got an ace.
Put in
and
the
got
hole.
Totally.
Nothing. There was
Nothing.
no
But-
girl on the tee. There was no.
But this guy, it was the protein bar, Hershey's hole in one hole,
Yep.
and I think it's $5,000.
Good for
$5
him.
grand plus I think a 6-month supply of one
Hershey
protein
bars.
bar.
There you go.
Which is,
Unbelievable.
I mean, that guy better start working out.
New flavor one protein bars, double chocolate.
Those are
Double
very good.
18 grams of protein.
The guy
gram of
made-
sugar.
Fantastic.
Delicious.
Guy made a 7 on the next hole. He was
There it is.
perfect.
He didn't
about that.
validate it. It's all right.
Yeah.
That was at
Perfect.
Cumaquid Golf Club.
Yeah.
Dana Beers is home.
Dana
course.
Beers, his dad's the president out there at that club. Awesome track.
Really
really
great.
cool. Cape Cod. First time really spending time in Cape Cod. The only time I had ever
Oh, you
spent.
never been to the Cape before?
No, I never been to the Cape.
Down
The
the
only time
Cape?
I had been to the Cape was Dave at one point during COVID. I was meeting him at the Cape. He was coming off Nantucket. He was going to I think I used to call it the Hyannis. I think it's Hyannis.
Hyannis.
It's the
Hyannis.
Kennedys.
The Kennedys, yeah, Hyannis. On that ferry line, I would meet him there. And we were doing that so often. I was driving from New York to Hyannis every day. It was like a 5-hour trip. We never thought for me to get a hotel room.
Hmm.
You would have loved it in Hyannis, too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we spent one night there. I actually brought my wife and Frank Fore, went to his first Barstool Classic.
Is this your first meeting of baby Frankie?
No, I met
We met him
him
at
4th of July week.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got-
He's grew a lot though. since
He's
we've
grown
seen
a
him.
lot, and him and I are on better terms.
Way better terms.
I was
But dude,
making him laugh. It was great.
He my son saw his first golf swing. It was his first time being on a golf course. So it was a big moment. So it was at Cumaquid Golf Club. We'll always remember that. We'll
Make
always have
sure
that.
it was a lefty?
So no, it was just this guy wasn't even
Hmm.
the biggest bar. I don't even know that he was a big Barstool fan. I think he was one of the guys' dads.
Okay.
This was Frankie's first ever golf swing he's ever seen in his entire life. And there was a lot of pressure on it. The guy even felt the pressure. He's an older guy, right? I'd say he's about like 55, 60.
Yeah.
Not older, but like, he
I
wasn't
called because I was doing the announcements. I said it was the biggest swing in the history of golf.
Yeah,
the
this
biggest swing of his life for sure.
affects a lifetime
Just
of
because like
experiences.
I mean, maybe not the biggest of his life. I don't want to put too much emphasis on like my son seeing a golf swing, but like no one's ever put that type of pressure on just a random person like that. You know what I mean? So he stepped up there, and Frankie,
Oh my
he
God.
sneezed 4 times.
I was like,
I was crying.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long
Dude,
time.
He's on my. He's like kind of like this and just looking out. He's got one arm around my neck and he's looking out at the guy about to drive, and he just starts. He goes into my neck and sneezes 1, 2, 3. On the 4th one, me and Trent, I almost dropped him. I almost dropped the baby.
This is why this man is trying to tee off.
Yes.
As
Oh,
he's
yeah.
taking the club back.
Oh yeah, big
And
time.
This
and
father of a
everyone's
fan.
laughing. So then he kind of like he gathers himself
Yeah.
and then hits his shot, and it was a little bit of a slice. He missed the fairway, lost the ball. I think it hit the ground and just shot right into the shit. He ended up re-teeing. It was a whole thing. He took a
Baby
picture.
Frank Cycle, you hit twice?
I looked at him. I'm like,
This is
if you can't accept that type of golf, you're not gonna like this game because there's a lot of that kid.
Do you do the move on the tee that when they hit a provisional, you play their song again?
100%.
Yeah,
Reintroduce
it's
them.
It's a classy move.
Reintroduce him?
Guy
So
took a picture with Frank
he
before.
came up and took a photo with him, put his head to his head. He's like, I gotta take a photo of this. And he's like, I'm the first swing he's ever seen. So,
Incredible.
It was a fun day, really fun day.
It was
Cape is nice.
my first
Really
time
nice.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
We had someone playing in the classic. This last name was Kennedy. And we were like, whoa, you're named Kennedy on the Cape.
I mean,
Also, there was a guy named Schlittler.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know a Cam Schlittler on the mic? He's like, that's my nephew. He's a pitcher for the New York Yankees.
There were
I'm
two
like-
guys, last name Lorden, that did not know each other.
Oh.
Not related at all.
Also-
Lorden.
Also, do you guys remember? I asked you this when we were there.
Oh.
The UNH freshman meme. You know what that is?
no.
Well, if you see the photo, you might know.
You might know who it. Have
You
you
ever
seen
see
that?
this meme?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, we talked about. Have
it.
you seen that, Brendan?
Talked about
Have you seen
You ever
that
see
meme?
that guy?
That guy played in the class.
Come on.
Dude, I took a
Yeah.
selfie with him. I was like as starstruck as I've been in a while. He came up to
Amazing.
me. I didn't ask him.
Do you
I
recognize him?
No,
Yeah.
but he came up to me and he was like, I don't know. I'm the UNH freshman. And I was like, what? He was like came at me a lot. I was like, I don't know. That information didn't hit me right away. And then he was like, yeah, I'm the UNH freshman meme. And I was like, holy shit! I felt like I was meeting a celebrity.
Being a meme is so funny to me. Like,
Dude,
how does it happen?
That's the
How
exact
does it get
conversation.
away from you?
That's the conversation I had with him. I was like, we're living in a weird world now where like all of the original memes, those people are growing up. Like the kid who
I got a bunch of memes in a
the
folder
kid with
on my phone.
the kid with the sunglasses on who's dancing in the
Mhm.
club. I came across his TikTok the other day. Like, we are now in a generation where those memes are growing up. So when that guy came up to me, he was like, "I'm the UNH freshman kid." That's the exact
I want to
conversation
meet.
I had
I
with
want
him.
to meet this guy. I always do this.
There you
Whenever
go.
someone says anything fucking smart ass to me,
Yeah.
I'm always like, really? And what I do is, one of my moves is I'll put that into Instagram story, and then I'll write whatever they wrote back to me. So like someone will be like, oh, like you picked two quarterbacks before you got another running back in fantasy. And I'll be like, you picked two quarterbacks. I always write that on top as the caption. I'm so fast with it. That's my number one meme. There he is. There's
That's
UNH
the
guy.
meme
UNH.
guy.
There he is.
That's
legit,
awesome.
Legit starstruck. I mean, we get to meet a lot of cool people who I would take my picture with them, but like
This kid's my
meeting
favorite.
meeting a meme person is pretty exciting.
Just I use
Yeah,
that all the
phenomenal.
time.
Pretty exciting. I was excited. A lot of interesting.
This is one of
people
my
at Cape
favorite
Cod.
memes. You ever see this actual video? He's sitting in the back holding his little like Mr. Moo Cow thing, and he's just singing. He goes, "Who the fuck is this paging me?" And the mom goes, "Hey!" She got that moment. Who the fuck is this? You
I
gotta
love-
play that.
I love memes.
Oh, memes are great.
That golf course looked lovely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great spot.
Good
It
spot.
really is. I think it's like a hidden gem out there. Because I mean, you've got the one that I knew of was I don't know if it's necessarily the Cape, but like because we drove by it, is the place that Whitney and Isner belong. Old Sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you
Fort
see a lot
Crenshaw?
of, yeah, that one to me is like when I saw that name when we were driving by, I was like, whoa, that's a real
The
golf
OS
course.
logo.
Yep.
That place is supposed to be a like all-time, all in like
Hang.
experience hang. Take care of you.
I did a little flyover while we were in between groups at the Barstool Classic, and I kind of did like where you could do the 3D zoom now on the maps on Apple Maps,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And it makes the trees come up.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like Pine Valley-esque, where it's like very much through the trees. I thought it'd be like all in the water, but I had it wrong.
Isner and Dad Bod participant Mahoney, they qualified.
Qualified
Did they
again.
qualify?
They qualified. They got third, and Isner got long drive.
Wait a minute, hold
I
on
know, he
now. So
fucking
what they end
texted
up,
it.
dude?
I told him the wind switched.
They were only like one
wasn't
or
even
two
there.
under at the turn.
I know.
So, we were leaving early, and I saw him, and I'm like, dude, go grab. I'm like, there's got to be 4 more birdies out there for you, and he's like, I bet you there is. So if they finish like 5 or
There
6
was.
under,
They got to
That's
5
fine.
under.
they got to 5 under.
And Jizzy 3-jacked 17 with a stroke. He had
Shout
a
out
birdie
to
putt
Isner.
and 3-jack, but unfortunately, Jizzy's swing has been very solid for the last year. When I
He almost
play with him,
chipped in on 18.
yeah,
Put him at minus
I mean, he's a
6.
phenomenal
Yeah,
player,
he's
and
a- he
also
hit to this
now
far.
we've been talking about him forever because we got the Dad Bod Classic, and obviously like Riggs' whole history with him and being buddies with him, but like he's now just fully engulfed in Barstool world. Like
Yeah, he's
he is
one of
Dave
Dave's
Portnoy's,
good
like,
friends.
best friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They buy horses together. They're like a part of like that go gray together.
Mhm.
When she was making us laugh about that, where he's like, Dave just wants gray horses.
yeah,
Where it's like
welcome to the David Portnoy
the
world.
history of all. I think what was the number? It was like maybe
8% or
I think,
no? Was it
no, I
lower
think it
than
was
that?
maybe like 6 gray horses have won a Triple Crown race
Since like the 1950s.
since like the 1950s.
Which
right?
is wow.
Yeah, so like
What's that? 425
something, I don't know, yeah.
races.
Listen, the guy loves Grace.
He
He's
loves
made that
it.
very
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
He's made that
Listen,
extremely clear.
But Dave says like I'd rather win a regular race than the Kentucky Derby with a gray. He wants a gray. He loves grays. That's how he grew up like loving horses. So
Yeah.
he was making us laugh. I mean, it's just crazy how deep he is in it.
There was one point, like maybe a month ago or so, where I logged onto my Twitter and Dave was doing Davey Day Trader Global, and like he was a hostage behind him was Josh Isner. Like, just
Sitting
sitting
there.
right
It was
there.
insane.
And I just laughed out loud. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a hell of a golfer. He and Mahoney won the Barstool Classic entire thing 2 years ago? 3
Yeah.
years ago?
Might be 3.
2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, it was at Greyhawk. Yeah, I mean, he is a fantastic golfer, which again is unfortunate because it'd be nice to have him suck at that and make fun of him. But good for them. They
Got
qualified.
everything going on.
Jizzy got the long
Shout
drive,
out
which is
Axon.
shocking. I texted him and said, looking at you, I don't know how you do that. And he was like, I agree.
Fair.
So congrats to Jizzy
Yeah.
and Mahoney. They're great guys.
To close out the Cape Cod experience, we took the ferry back home, but we did one that we had never done before. We went across the Orient Point, which, like, for anyone that lives on Long Island or knows about Long Island, it's like the tip. Looks like a little fish at the end, the 2 tails, the fork, all the way top left. Like, you get off this ferry and you're on the freaking end of Long Island on the top side. Obviously not Montauk, right? We're driving back, farmland, ton of wineries, like North Fork, Long Island, ton of wineries. We're driving, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's one car ahead of us. Got baby in the back, Hannah's to my right. One car in front of us. We're driving. To be honest, I was driving pretty quick right before that. And I remember saying to Hannah, remember when we got I got a speeding ticket like when I was like 19 years old, all the way out east by like Montauk, and I had to go to freaking Riverhead and like fight the ticket and like pay. It was horrible. And I said that, right? So as I said that, I'm like, God, I do not want to come back out here. So I put my speedometer on cruise control, right? And I set it to like 65 and a 55, right? Right after I did that, a car got in front of me. I would have been doing like 75, whatever. I'm not driving crazy with my kid in the car, but like you do like 70, 72.
Way to get out of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, people
Trying to get
get
But
Yeah.
so I end up knocking it down like 5 miles an hour. The guy in front of me, all of a sudden, I see a deer shoot out of the fucking trees, gallops. I go, oh no! And now I slowly hit the brakes because I know something's about to happen. The guy in front of me, who would have been us had I not done all this speedometer stuff, moves to the right and fucking pulverizes this deer. I'm talking. The deer went flying 150 feet minimum up in the air into the trees.
Gone.
Head gone, car
Touch 'em
totaled,
all, dude.
car
Touch 'em
totaled,
all.
car, dude, just
Dude, the image I
boom.
just got
It was like, wow! And I
Was-
screamed. I went, whoa!
was the hurricane kick
Oh,
when he kicks
yeah.
it 100 feet over the net.
I was picturing Griffey putting one in the fucking third deck.
Dude, it's just, I'm
I
talking-
feel bad for the deer.
boom, boom, flying, body pieces everywhere. We slow down. I stop the car now, right? Because and there's no one behind us. So we stop the car. We look over to the right. This kid gets out of the front seat. He's like 18, 19 years old. We wave, are you guys okay? Front of the car is just completely caved in. Both people said, we're fine. And then we went on our way and we got out of there. But just like one of those moments where it's like, dude, if you're not paying attention driving with your freaking child in the car, like, thank God I had 2 hands on the wheel. I was watching my speed. If I'm being an asshole out there, that's our car. Like,
Yeah.
100% our car.
Have you ever been in a car that's hit a deer like that?
Yes.
Never.
Dude,
Not like that. I've been in a car that clipped a deer, and it's gone.
me and
Dude.
my buddy Chad were driving up to the Finger Lakes in like a Jeep Cherokee, and we're cruising. It's about nighttime or like right at dusk. Can't see. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, deer pops out, hits the like right on the corner of the front of the car,
That's what happened to me.
and I mean decapitates, breaks it in half
Yep.
instantly. And then, we're cruising, we're going like 70, whatever the fuck it is on the highway. So it's like takes a second to like stop and like gather what's going on. And do we look? I mean, totaled the car.
Yeah.
Huge, caved in,
Dude,
like
this
you're
car was
saying.
totaled.
And you're like, dude, that's just, there's nothing you can do
No,
about
you
that.
can't.
It was totaled.
I mean, that's There's
But-
nothing you can do.
And I always say to Hannah, like when we're driving, because that does happen out east on Long Island. There are deer everywhere. There's all the signs and shit. And I was like, when you're driving, and I don't know that I would have done it. Hopefully I would have, but like you got to just stay straight.
They say don't veer for deer.
Right.
See, I never heard that before, but I'm
Don't
like,
veer
you
for deer.
can't, because if you veer and there's a car to your right, now it's like a 5-car pileup because of this fucking deer. Like, let's just take the new bumper and let's keep moving.
Right. You're potentially causing a lot more damage to a lot of different things if you're
Yeah.
just like
If you're
spinning.
driving 70 miles an hour and you jolt right. It's like, I know it's really, really hard to, it's way easier said than done.
Instinctual.
Dude, this thing came out of nowhere. To him, I saw it. I was like, here it comes.
And you
then
saw it
boom.
in slow motion, probably too.
Slow
And
motion.
it all slowed down.
Bro,
You're like,
I actually think that's
There's
like the
Bambi.
craziest thing I've ever seen in real life. like, I mean, I don't know that I've seen death like that ever. Like just right in front of my eyes.
Instant death.
Dude, exploded. The head went flying left. The body went over the trees. It's hard to laugh, but
you're like,
I
I'm
do
gonna
feel
dream
bad
right now. I'm gonna
laughing.
dream as a
I
story.
feel terrible laughing. I don't like
the
animals.
noise
dying.
I made
yeah.
was like comical because I went, whoa! Dude, the thing was,
What a trip for baby Frankie.
oh,
Gee.
he had no idea.
On a
what was going
ferry,
on.
saw his first golf swing, and saw a deer get
Welcome to the world,
obliterated.
dude.
Have
Welcome
I
to the
told
world.
you guys the number of how many deer my dad's hit?
I think
I don't know.
Okay, so my dad.
it
Can we,
crazier?
can we guess? Can we guess?
Yeah.
The way you made it sound,
Well-
he's got to hit like 17 of them.
I would say 14.
it can't be more than
I-
fucking 10. Can't be more than 10 deer.
So
dude.
my
That's
old
10
man-
new cars.
keep
Like,
in
it's
mind-
crazy.
Keep in mind, my dad grew up with helping his dad, my grandfather, like build out his farmland in northern Missouri. And then my dad, ever since I was born, owned like around 750 acres in like northern Missouri, where he would lease it out to the local farmers. And it's about a 3.5-hour drive from our house. So you go up there every week.
I think there's some in Iowa too, isn't there?
Yep. He has about 150 acres in southern Iowa.
Yeah.
He always says that's the best soil on earth, Sammy. You got to keep
Damn
that
right
shit.
it
That's
is.
what he would always
That's
say.
right, Steve. My man.
Good
So-
soil.
But he would drive up there. Beef nailed it. He hit 17 deer
Holy
in his
No,
life.
I guess.
I
You said
guess
14.
not you
Tim
guys.
said
You guys
17.
14.
So then he finally got what's called a cattle guard on
Yeah.
the front of
Oh,
his
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
And he's like, it changed my life. He's like, now when I see him, I just
Mow 'em.
fucking speed up. I fucking smoke him.
Deer are crazy,
Push
dude.
him left.
Well, dude, they're so overpopulated in that part of the
Snowblowers.
country too that like they're everywhere. And when you're driving around at night like that, I mean, they just jump out and
Dude,
you
my
got no
dad,
chance.
when I was growing up, he worked at the power plant in Palo, and that was like 30 minutes away in the middle of nowhere, wherever they put power plants. They're just like put it way out there. He would be driving home from work late at night, early in the morning, and the deer would run into him. They will
Yeah.
sideswipe the car.
Pretty set. He's like, they'll
It's-
attack you. He's like, it's a zombie movie. They
100%.
start jumping out.
Because they're just like, why? They don't think there's going to be a road there, and then all of a sudden, bang.
17 fucking deer
That's
that guy's
so
hit.
many.
Isn't that insane?
So many.
And
Is
he's
that-
like, they fuck you up every time.
Well, it's not more than what was it? Was it the memorial where they had all those deer just getting?
That was an early foreplay question.
Uh-huh.
Or
that
a
was
story.
when
That was
we
at the
did
memorial,
the
right?
call-ins. We did that whole show.
You ever
Remember
hear
that for like
No.
3 hours? We did that show about people calling in with stories from golf events. That one guy snuck into Augusta at night,
Laid
Yeah.
down on the freaking green.
ran down an amen corner, and then that other guy was like,
Some guy claims he snuck into Augusta, went to Amen Corner, and just like laid on the 12th green and like looked up at the stars
that night like 20 years ago.
But tell them
Maybe.
the memorial
Could
stuff.
happen.
Well,
This
this
was
one's
memorial.
Beef, this guy, I think he was like a caddy at
Yeah.
Deerfield Village or something.
Yeah.
And he was telling a story about how like one year for the tournament, they like decided to put up this fence that had like sharp, basically like, sharp fence posts.
Okay.
And they didn't like really do all the calculations on the wildlife and how it was going to affect. They were just doing
Or
it
the
for like
height of it.
people flow and the right height of it and all that. And they put the fence up and they came back like the next morning and there were deer that had impaled themselves.
7 or 8 deer that just
Yeah.
jumped right into the
Oh,
wall.
he said
Just
the
like-
number was
It's
like, you couldn't
this is my
believe it.
nightly
So it's
stroll
like-
as it's been for the past my whole life.
Blah!
So it's like Boise State with the blue field, and like ducks killing themselves.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
it's-
it
Yeah.
sucks. And
You
we're
know.
not allowed. It's
I
things like that,
love
yeah.
animals. I really do. It's
Of course.
just,
I love animals. I like deer. Deer are beautiful.
we
are
saw a
nice.
bunch today. Saw a
Ton.
bunch.
There was
There's a
right when we
lot-
finished the
There's a
round.
lot in Portland.
Whole family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that course, Pumpkin Ridge, iconic golf course. It was
Can't
crazy to
believe
have
we're
been
in
there.
Oregon.
Mm.
Which,
mean,
which
so
hollow? That's the one we played
far.
today, right?
We played
Which-
Witch. Is that what it's called?
Witch
Witch
Hollow?
Hollow.
That was
Yeah,
a
the
private
Yeah, we
road
filmed
side.
a couple holes out there. It was nice.
Just too far.
Well, I mean, we were literally in Cape Cod yesterday.
Like my eyes.
I
hurt.
flew to New York, and people don't
Higher.
want to hear airline stories, but I flew from New York or Boston to New York, and then we got an early flight this morning to Oregon.
I'll give a positive airline
Please,
take.
please.
Have you guys been out of the new LaGuardia terminal?
LaGuardia
Yeah.
is the best. LaGuardia is the best airport in the country.
I flew out of that bitch last week, and I stopped and actually did another lap because I had time through the process of entering the ticketing area and then going to the security.
Dude,
Blew
You went
my
to security
socks
twice?
off. I
It-
went twice. I had so much time.
You said I'm just
Also-
gonna do this again.
Just a modern marvel
Yeah.
in like efficiency, utilization of space, signage, all of it was just off the charts. I didn't know they had a new terminal. And then when I'm going through, you go through the security and all that, and then you go down like whatever, the escalator, and then they just have a giant banner up there that says like voted 2025 world's best new terminal. And I was like, yep,
it
Great
is.
terminal.
fantastic.
We travel enough where I think our opinion holds a little bit of weight in terms
Uh-huh.
of what our favorite airports are. And LaGuardia is numero uno
There's
for
something
me.
about like I like JFK because it's South Shore, but I'm a South Shore Long Island guy. It's indicative, is that the word?
Yeah.
Of like South Shore
Yeah.
life versus North Shore life, where like South Shore is just like put on your hard hat, lunch pail. You know, you got the beaches
Little
there.
blue
but, like,
collar
that's- it's
airport.
Blue collar
Mhm.
airport. JFK is always work being done.
Always.
LaGuardia, North Shore, Manhasset's right there. You've got
Those
the city
bougie
right
bitches
there.
getting
Bougie-
on them.
They got that work done within like 2 years. Brand new airport. They got all the great flights. But for us, like on the South Shore, cutting across Long Island is a nightmare. So I never want to go there.
Uh-huh.
I do have breaking news.
I saw
Ooh.
you smirk when you looked at your phone.
Well, Dave took down Nate Dogg.
Oh,
Wow.
There we go. There we go,
That is-
Prez.
we have been following this
They-
Nate versus Dave poker match all day. while we've
Heads
been
up
out here.
poker.
1 versus 1. And
20 grand out of Nate's pocket.
it was a real push and
Come the
pull.
fuck on. Look, I was. Do you guys go through Poker Face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, with the
I still got an app on my
Moneymaker.
phone.
Chris Moneymaker, and
Moneymaker,
then
yeah.
fucking
Me and my
glasses.
dad's like one of the things we like. We loved it. Like that's how we grew up. Like,
I did it
talking
with the
poker.
whole ESPN thing. I was a big part of that wave.
I would love to do some poker stuff at some point. By the way, I think if we got the crew together in a poker
Oh,
game, because
dude.
that shit's fascinating to watch. And obviously, Dave and Nate have all the backstory. Nate, I love Nate to death.
Love him.
Nate blew it. Like, he had so many chances. I don't know how the hand ended. You can get fucked on a hand. Everybody knows that.
Apparently
Like,
folded kings again or something.
Again?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of people, maybe not again, but I'm seeing a lot of people make the new logo folding kings instead of cracking.
Well, I was saying. I even said in the
Sorry,
car that
Nate. I do love you,
that
Nate.
was the TSN turning point. I said
Maybe that's what they're talking
when
about.
he
yeah.
folded those kings, that was like, oh boy.
one of the most shocking folds in history. If people don't know, they're playing. So Dave and Nate has been trying to get this poker brand
Oh,
going
Nate.
at Barstool Sports for years. He's been trying to create the foreplay, the spit and chicklets, the PFT of like poker at Barstool. And Dave has constantly just put baby in the corner and
Yeah.
been like, no, you're not it. This isn't it. No, no, no. So then obviously that has sort of spiraled and built up into like Nate demanding a one-on-one match against Dave. They settled on playing for 20 grand of their own money, poker. I think they're at Foxwoods with DraftKings,
Yeah.
King of the Felt, one-on-one. They went for like 3.5 hours. And we started this pod before it ended, but Dave and Nate had a hand. They're playing like, they started 20 grand in cash each, and they're playing like 100, 200 blinds or
Damn,
something.
Nate.
And Nate Dogg had a hand where he had pocket kings, and Dave had king 9, and the board flopped like 9, 6, 2 or something. There was no flush draw.
There was an
no
8
real. Okay, so then an 8.
There
so
was
like
an 8 that Dave thought was going to be the one, right? He has a king kicker. He's got the 8. He's got what he thinks is one of the highest pairs on the board.
he had the high. He flopped the high pair.
right.
So he's like betting a
But
little
Dog's
bit.
got pocket kings sitting there.
So he's betting flop, betting turn, and he ends up betting like 1,000, Dave, into like a $7,500 pot. So it makes it like an $85,000 or $9,000 pot.
When they
he only
have
bets
19,000.
1,000, but he only bet 1,000. So what everybody was saying is like Nate had 9 to 1
Right.
on the money in the pot versus just calling. He has pocket kings. He fucking folds, thinking he's making this hero fold. He obviously had Dave beat. That flipped it from Nate having like a 2-1 chip lead to Dave having the slight chip lead. And you just like that just hurt my soul for Nate. So he's getting fucking roasted for having.
I
the
mean,
worst
head
fold.
to head poker is its own animal. It's something I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even claim to understand like what the strategy is. I was asking you guys like, if you leave a guy, if it's just me versus you, someone's going to win, right? Like it's not a table of 8 people where you have to start feeling at everyone and like 7 of you can all fold and one guy can just get like it's just me versus you. So someone has the better hand. If you stick around long enough, you're gonna and someone sees enough cards, they're just gonna like get back in that hand pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
All it takes sometimes is one pair or a high card. Like it's
Yeah.
just 1v1. So I don't know what the strategy is. Is it to get the person out before you even see the flop? There was a lot of pre-flop betting, a ton of raises and calls, and then a lot of pre-flop folds. Like it's something that I'm not really used to. So
It's interesting because they were playing a cash game version of Heads Up, in which case the blinds aren't raising, so there's no pressure to like
Right.
do anything. Versus when you're playing tournament poker and it dwindles down, dwindles down, dwindles down. Usually one person has a pretty big chip lead over the other because that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
right.
And usually the blinds are raising, especially if you're playing online, they're
Dramatically,
raising pretty
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
So like if you get dummied by 3 or 4 in a row where the guy's playing really aggressively with you pre-flop, like you are like, I got to make some moves.
You gotta make
Versus this, they could kind of chill forever because it was
Right.
like you're playing pretty deep. But yeah, Nate Dogg, what's Nate saying?
I just wanted to see the clip to see how it all went down.
Is
But
it
yeah,
devastating.
yeah, you know. But yeah, I mean, to Nate's credit, he has always said, you know, he thinks poker content could do really well, and they did. The night before, they had a bunch of people. Yeah, big game of content people. There was a lot of people were there. So, and I mean, listen, I know it's Dave and Nate, and there's this long history, and we were watching it in the car and following it. You know, maybe there is a future, but I just feel bad for the Nate Dogg.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that puts that much time and effort into something. I mean, he does it on his own time. He was living with that roommate that was like playing a million different.
What was
you know,
that fucking guy's name?
He was a good
he
player.
was a
yeah,
really
he's
good
really
player.
good. Nice kid.
It was his job, really.
Uh-huh.
It was like playing professional poker. So Nate, like, this is his grind. This is like the thing that he loves the most, and like to lose to Dave. I mean, I know I'm laughing. I do feel bad for the dog. I mean, it's a funny situation. He even knows. I mean, in the office, he's like, I'm gonna lose $20,000 to the owner of High Noon. Like the way he's talking, he's like, you got to pay this guy 20 grand cash.
Right.
It's like it's psychotic, right?
Oh,
Handing
that's
him
so
money
good.
and like that to me is funny. That there's humor in that.
It was great to watch.
But Dave also
Fun.
proving that like anytime that guy gets fucking challenged in anything,
Dude.
he's going to win. It is crazy. His record in life when he is put, face and feet to the fire, when they're like, you got to do this thing now, right? Like you got to fucking play poker. When has Dave ever played poker? Have you ever seen him play a single hand of poker?
I mean, at one point he folded trip nines because he just forgot
On
what he had or
accident,
misread what he had, and he still beat Nate. No offense, sorry, Nate. I
No,
love Nate.
The guy just wins, man.
It was good theater. It was great
It's
to watch.
great. I cannot wait to
Great.
watch more of the highlights. I'm like sad that I missed the ending. There was also one where Nate. Sorry, there was one where Dave went all in, and Nate had the better hand, and this is on the turn.
Yeah.
And Dave was drawing to like 2 cards. So Nate was like 91 or 92% over, and Nate folded. Now he only had top pair. He had like Queen Jack or something, and Dave had like a pair of 6s or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And Dave went all in for like $17,000, and Nate folded.
Man.
The dog. But you're right, Frankie. Like, dude, you look at that fucking guy, Dave. Like, Mulligan challenge, goes out to Shinnecock.
I mean, whenever he's presented with like, hey, you can't do this, he just fucking does
Goalie
it.
challenge.
Goalie challenge.
Goalie challenge. Those guys would come in, and he would just stop everything.
Don't go to the glove side.
God damn. Poor
Like
Nate.
the NFL like bans him. The
Oh yeah,
Patriots
it's not just
like,
athletic.
win
like,
Super
challenges.
Bowls.
Folks, we are just interrupting you for a quick second to remind you this episode is brought to you by our great friends at Brex. That is BREX. Any finance folks that are listening, well, guess what? We found something you're going to love as much as the excitement of golf's major championships. Meet Brex. It's an intelligent finance platform. It's going to give you both control and speed, which we love. I would love to have that in golf with a corporate card, banking, expenses, and travel all in one single place. Brex ensures that the best companies can manage company spend, automate expenses, and get every dollar to the right place. This has earned them the trust of 30,000 companies, from the fastest growing AI startups to global enterprises. In fact, right here at Barstool Sports, we are users of Brex. It's been huge for us when it comes to expenses. I'm on the road right now. If you can see the background, I'm in a hotel. I just got here. Important to be able to expense everything, as folks know. And with about 80 to 100 flights per year, we do a lot of expensing. Brex, you just take a picture of the receipt, upload it, bang. It's unbelievably quick. Brex is awesome. You can learn a lot more at brex.com/grow. That is brex.com/grow. Golf is hard, but protein is now easy with one Hershey's double chocolate. Look, these things are incredible. It's a Hershey bar, except it's got 18 grams of protein, only 1 gram of sugar. It's going to deliciously fuel your golf game, a perfect snack for the golf course. Now that it's about to be fall, little fall golf action, throw one in your bag. You're walking maybe. You're going to need that reload of protein. This is going to be delicious, and it's going to be nutritional with all of that protein. Again, 18 grams, only 1 gram of sugar. Protein just got delicious. Try one's other delicious flavors too. 1 Reese's Peanut Butter Lovers, 1 Hershey's Cookies and Cream, and their iconic 1 Maple Glazed Donut, and the 1 Birthday Cake flavors. Again, the new 1 Hershey's Double Chocolate. This bar's phenomenal. Buy the new 1 Hershey's Double Chocolate Protein Bar on Amazon. 18 grams of protein. I can't reiterate that enough. Only 1 gram of sugar. Protein just got delicious.
Somebody brought the point up in the car. I think Frankie did it. Like, it is a little bit unfair to the people playing poker that the viewer knows the card.
We see the percentage of like their chance to win.
Like, that
the
is-
second they get their card.
It just takes all of what it's actually like when you're there and how blind you are out of it.
That's right.
And it's really like a unfair look. Like, in nothing else, like what the result's going to be, and watching how people handle it that don't know it, right? It'd be like if you knew there was going to be a touchdown, it's coming,
Right.
and then you watch the D-back
Shit
like
coverage.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
like-
almost better. Like but the viewing experience is so good when you know that the person has a chance to win, and you watch a human decide on what to do without
Yeah.
knowing, and you're like, we all know you can win, and you're screaming at your phone. That'd be like in football if there was a percentage being like, if they throw the ball right now, they will score a
Yeah.
touchdown.
It's something
And
that-
watching the guy hand it off, you'd be like, no, you had a chance.
It's something that might be
Yeah.
singular to poker.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yeah.
what else would be like that.
it's 100% awesome viewing. It's just unfair to the players.
Oh yeah,
You get
We're like, Nate,
roasted.
just
and
call
it's
it
like-
and you beat Dave.
Yeah, right. He's like, I have 1 pair. What do you mean? I'm going to call for 20 grand. I have 1 pair.
Right.
like that. So no, poker's great. Poker's great viewing. They did a good job with that. Congrats to Dave.
Congrats to Dave.
Another victory for Dave. I know you kind of mentioned this earlier. I think Frankie too, but tennis is in right now this week.
I was just thinking that.
U.S. Open tennis. I know you went last week, but dude, really big tennis matches are so insanely fun to watch. Like the mano a mano, the drama, the emotion, those guys screaming. The fact that they play for like 4 or 5 hours sometimes,
Yeah.
and they go to a 4 or 5 setter. And it was what, Fritz and Djokovic the other night?
Last night, yeah. I mean, just two powerhouse players. One, Fritz is an amazing guy to watch. He's an American, he's young, and he's just so powerful. His serve is incredible. He's just painting lines, painting chalk. And then you got Djokovic out there that everyone's like seeing how good Fritz is. And then Djokovic is just like beating him every single set. Like Fritz is barely hanging on, trying to claw back. He had a couple moments that he could have taken advantage. He got a little too cute with a couple spinners. You got to try and take chances against Djokovic. Like, I don't know that much about tennis, but like when the U.S. Open and Wimbledon comes around, I really like to get swept into it. I want to get into it more. I think it definitely aligns with like the golf culture and pickleball and all these things. At every golf resort or any country club, there's always a tennis aspect to it. I wish I could get into it a little bit more. They call it the healthiest sport that you can possibly play. And, you know, I totally agree with that. It's insane what these guys go through to get through it. And then it got me thinking, like, is it the number one mano a mano sport? Or is it like boxing, right? It's like boxing and tennis. It's me versus you.
Boxing, you're beating the shit out of each other.
It's literally like I'm stronger than you and I can just beat you.
And the stakes are high.
Wrestling, all that. Like
when
combat sports, not
It's
WWE,
a good
UFC.
point. Like boxing might be, and you could say the same thing with like,
It's like gladiator
UFC or like wrestling or boxing or whatever, is the most old school form of competition. Like, I'm just gonna beat you up.
Yeah, but I think when in terms of like sport that, I guess modern day sport where it's like you're using a paddle or something, there's nothing better than the fact that tennis is like, I'm gonna hit this ball, and you have to return it, and if you don't, I get a point. Where in any other sport, it's not like that, right? Like in football, like you could have every single person on the defense fall down and like not do the correct thing, but the wide receiver could just drop the pass and like nothing happened on that play.
Right. And they like try and football to church it up of like Mahomes versus Josh Allen. They obviously,
but it's not.
It's never on the field the same time.
Even in hockey, like there's so many guys on a team. In baseball, it's like you could be the left fielder, but like it's about the pitcher. And if he just like cruises one down the middle and the guy hits a home run, you like lose the game. In tennis, it's like I have this ball in my hand and my objective is to get it by you. That's like that is as simple as it gets, and it's so riveting. It is so riveting. Like
I think that's why
the
it gets so emotional.
Oh, it has to.
I think it is the most direct, like me against you sport that's not violent.
Yeah.
Like,
It's without a doubt.
It's like I'm looking at you and I'm gonna fucking serve this into that corner, and then I'm gonna like play a drop shot. And all. Do you watch the Bublik versus Sinner match?
No, I haven't seen Sinner this whole freaking championship.
So this one got like controversial because this Bublik guy, I think that's his name.
Bublik.
He was a real like eccentric guy. He was like laughing out there throughout the match. He was trying, I think he hit a couple underhand serves. He was like trying crazy drop shots, and they were saying he hadn't lost a service game yet the entire tournament. Okay. So he's in what, the 4th round or whatever the fuck it was. And he goes up against Sinner, and Sinner beats him 6-1 in the first set. And it looked like the guy had never played tennis before.
Same.
Like legitimately. And Sinner's like not breaking a sweat, no motion, nothing. And then by the time they get like midway through the second set, every single point, this guy now, like Sinner he would serve one, Sinner have a sick return, and then you know they'd be at the point where they're supposed to do like the backcourt to backcourt thing for like 10 shots in a row. And instead this guy would try some like drop volley over the net. And it got me thinking, it was like in Madden when you're playing against somebody who knows better than you. So you try like a QB sneak or a Hail Mary on every play because you know you can't beat them.
Yeah.
That's what this guy was doing.
Right.
He was legit trying like lob shots. He was legit not even playing tennis. And it got to the point where they asked Sinner in his interview afterwards, so like, do you think the US Open fans that came out today deserve better than like what Bublik did? I think it was like pathetic what he did out there. And it is that is the one interesting thing about tennis is that like if somebody is better than someone else, it's not even close.
No.
Yeah, that is
true.
True.
Whereas like if somebody's more skilled in football, you can like out-coach them to a way where
Right.
you can keep it a close game and maybe just out-hustle them or something.
Yeah.
Somebody's better, like noticeably better than someone else in tennis.
It's
Like
over.
Alcaraz there, whatever I saw was playing like the number 20 ranked player in the world. Think
Never
about how
had
good
chance.
you are at tennis. 20th player in the world.
You're so good.
You're unbelievably good, and he beat him like 6-1, 6-0,
Well, Alcaraz
6-1.
hasn't lost a set yet.
This is
This
How
could be,
insane
this
is
could be a
that?
really good match.
But
Djokovic
he's
versus
playing
Alcaraz.
Djokovic today when you're listening to this.
And I want to see, and Djokovic, I
Ah.
think the stat was what, 72-9
Yeah.
at the
Think
US
about that.
Open?
Djokovic, who seems to be unbeatable, is playing a guy that has not lost a set. Like, who wins that?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
Imagine the Joker
tennis is
dude
great.
coming in because you got this rivalry right now with Alcaraz and
Oh.
center, and then Djokovic is just like still not done.
I just love the fact that he's like such a villain out there too.
Remember when we were playing those clips last year at the US Open?
Yeah.
God, those were all time.
Crazy.
I wish we could pull those up. The shit he was saying to the crowd.
Oh my god! And last
Maniac.
night he was just bouncing the ball, and they'd be screaming, and he would stop, look up at them, and then just bounce the ball. It went on for 10 minutes. The umpire's like, "You gotta hit it," and he would go up to the umpire. "What do you mean I gotta hit it? They gotta shut up."
Yeah, he did. That guy at one point the umpire said to him, "This is not helping you, Novak. This is not going to help you, Novak." And he was like, "You got to do something to these people." I do love too when they get into it with the umpire. Tennis is great.
Yeah.
Great.
Tennis is great. I would like to go to Wimbledon. I think it's like $20,000 ticket.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's pretty exclusive. My buddy Kyle moved to London. I think they may have went to one match. But yeah, it's a lifetime achievement to like go and see.
I also saw the U.S. Open venue was getting a $800 million renovation.
What?
Yeah.
It's already sick.
Hey, they need it.
What do you
You
mean?
need more courts, you need bigger size, you need more
What?
facilities.
It's like open for
You need
3
more people to
weeks.
go see it. Yeah, but
I
you remember a
guess
couple years
so.
ago, granted there was a hurricane that came through, but they literally had rain on the court
Yeah.
inside the stadium. You built a
mean,
stadium. Why
I'm
do you
a-
have rain on the court?
I'm a new fan, so I'm not like anti them getting 800 million, but they look pretty fucking swanky when I was walking through that place.
A massive $800 million renovation will transform the venue, adding 8 clubs, each with a bespoke scent and accessible only to those with premium seats.
Too much.
So really, they're just adding premier seating.
Several
100%.
bunker lounges and 2,000
Corporate
new
seating.
courtside seats.
more places to drink, more places to sit.
For the first time in the stadium's 25-year history, the luxury hospitality suites will be directly inside the bowl, ensuring fans don't miss a point.
Great.
Come on. It's a stadium that was purposely built for 1997.
Purposely built for 1997.
What
What happened that year?
What a shot that is. They're just saying it just wasn't good enough.
Damn.
Game on. Week 1 starts now. It starts now. NFL football season is here, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Every touchdown could hit big. Don't just watch the game when you can win with it. DraftKings Sportsbook brings the unmatched intensity of the NFL straight to your fingertips, whether you're backing the first touchdown score, hitting anytime TD, props, or riding the thrills of live in-game betting. Every play is packed with possibility. Shout out to my brother Kyle. He's just been hot right now. We started college football last weekend. We were together in Colorado, family fun. I mentioned in the last show, but college football, we're gonna bet a few games. We're just gonna pick the winner. I threw it out there, first couple, no bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Kyle took over. He said, "How about LSU money line? Bang, winner. How about Miami over at Notre Dame money line? Bang, winner." And then, no offense to Coach Belichick, love Coach Belichick, but we had TCU that they're going to cover the points, winner. So my brother's hot. You can get hot on the DraftKings Sportsbook. And new customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, you can grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code FORE, F-O-R-E, to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Rory had some comments. He said, speaking of Djokovic, he's going to try to channel their Djokovic. He said, "I guess all we can do is control our response and our reaction to it." He was asked about what to expect in New York. He was asked, like, you see, I know you were at the tennis match, you see, like, how Djokovic was getting into it with the fans. He said, "I watched a little bit of Novak Djokovic last night playing his match against Taylor Fritz. It was a very pro-American crowd. He's been the best at handling that sort of, he's had to deal with it his entire life, whether it's playing against an American in New York or playing against Roger or Rafa. He came and spoke to us a little bit about that stuff last time in Rome. I'd forgotten that he was like their guy in Rome 2 years ago.
I don't like that.
So maybe taking a leaf out of his book. Does that make sense? A leaf out of the book? I guess
yeah.
he's a tree.
Yeah, I think you leaf through a book.
A leaf out of his book and channeling that energy the right way. But again, all we can do is control our reaction and our emotions to it. I think the less we play into it, the better it is for us.
As a guy who loves Rory, I do love the Ryder Cup that I get to root against him because of stuff like that, where he's like, me and the tennis greats have been having conversations about how to beat the Americans in New York, and it's like, fuck you.
I like this, Trent. Let's turn on him hard.
You know what I
right
mean?
now.
It's
Yep.
really,
Yep.
'cause, we're always rooting for Rory. It's way more fun for a couple days to root against him when he's got quotes like that. Because I can see the other side of it
completely
now.
agree, yeah.
Where people who don't like Rory are like, we get it, dude. You're buddies with Jokic. You're bringing him in. You're using him as your secret weapon. Fuck that.
Yeah, we're just gonna hit less golf shots than you, bitch.
That's it,
on
dude.
each hole.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
it.
gonna talk about how Michael Jordan's gonna come talk to the team. Tiger Woods
No,
Yeah,
but there's something about
we're
tennis.
gonna wear his shoes all around the place.
There's something about like tennis culture.
We don't do that.
You're trying to help me. You gotta help
Yeah,
me out.
I know,
dude.
I know.
What side do you
I'm
want?
looking
Well,
at
he's
the-
the host venue for Team Europe now.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's right.
What's going on right now? Yeah, I can feel you working against me.
Tommy.
That sucks.
Tommy.
It's just, it's funny. We
There's
have a
just-
guy
Tommy
that's like
Fleetwood.
There's just something, but tennis is the way you guys are describing it. It's just like so. There's something elegant about it.
yeah.
And the champions they're just held to such a high
It's
regard.
got an elegant name.
Oh, yeah.
Tennis.
Fucking Michael Jordan was ripping dudes' throats out. And
True.
just like
Well, he's American
stomping on-
badass.
Yeah, there we go. Let's start. Rev
Tennis
that
I
is
up.
mean, I'm
dainty.
a Michael Jordan fan.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Like Dainty Novak coming in.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I hit the ball.
Well
That's right, Djokovic. That's
done.
right, baby.
Great Serbian accent.
Thank you very much. I don't know what Serbian sounds like.
You just want a little more Andy Roddick. Like, hey, here's 140 coming off the serve.
I'm feeling fucking American.
Come on, baby.
That's
We're
good
Portland.
shit, man.
I'm feeling really
Most American city of all time.
That's
Yeah,
good shit.
dude.
What is Portland's background?
know.
Any ideas?
You know a lot of stuff.
Homeless?
No, I'm just getting revved up for this. I'm starting to get ready for this.
Beef couldn't
Ryder
even
Cup.
handle that one. Beef, how pumped are you for the Ryder Cup? That's your event.
I was gonna say we should
Very
do a
pumped
beef
for the Ryder
check-in just on everything.
I agree. with
Very,
that.
very pumped for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah?
I think it's the best golf event we have.
Yeah.
It kicks the shell of the President's Cup. No offense. It kicks the
does.
shell of the Walker Cup. No offense. It kicks the tour every single week.
Yeah.
No offense.
Oh, for sure.
It's the best thing we have in golf.
100%.
The oldest traditional thing we have.
I
Right.
do, we're going to all get into this as this event unfolds, but it is funny to me that somehow over here in the US, we get so caught up in stroke play and in Europe, and, as we'll see next week, and what most people, I think, play when you do go out with your buddies is match play. I think it's like the oldest form of golf. I think it's the most traditional form of golf. A lot of the places, when you go over to Scotland, the scorecards don't even have, like, for you to keep it
Right.
only keeps who's winning the match.
Right.
It literally just has match, plus or minus, and it, like, has you, like, circle one, or has a whole
Do they
column
keep a
for it.
handicap then?
Yeah, people can get it.
They do, but I want to say the handicaps over there are much, like, I think being a 3 or 4 in Europe is, like, you're, like, unbelievably good at golf.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I would think it'd go the other way. Wouldn't everyone have lower scores because like you're not really finishing out holes as much because you're just playing match play?
But you're not posting those ones.
What do you mean?
Like
That's like
if you
all
put
they play.
next-
How do they have like How do they have?
But if you put next in the card, you're still not going to post that.
I don't think it's necessarily. I think their system is different.
It must
Got
be.
it.
It
Like
has
I
to
think
be.
the algorithm or whatever
Got
the
it,
fuck
got
it
it,
is, the
got it, got it.
calculation is different.
Count it
Not that like
differently.
the average person is lower. I just think I remember from when I was over there, like no, if someone's a low or mid single digit Europe or UK
Yeah.
or whatever, that they're like unbelievable. Whereas here, like you said, you play a 4 or 5 handicap, they could be really solid, they could be fucking horrible.
Maybe
Totally.
maybe all the rounds are constituted as competition. Because when you post a tournament round, it's more heavily weighted than
Is it really?
I do believe so.
But
That
I
makes
gotta
sense. Think so.
I gotta be careful with the names in this. But a friend of mine recently got invited to a very prestigious club to play with a friend of his, and they get hosted by this member of the club, right? So they're out there, and the member is the one keeping the scorecard. And so my friend is out there playing, and my friend's like, friend's like, I'm keeping my own score in my head, like I always do. Like I'm
Yeah.
at this place too. He's like, I also got like a scorecard to pencil because it's a sick place, but like the member is running the shots, and we're playing in this event. It's like a 1-day deal. So he's like, he's like, I know in my head I'm shooting like an 84, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, we finish up. It's like the guy had me down as a 73.
A 73
Yeah.
from an 84 in his head.
And friend is like, but you don't want to say anything to like the members hosting you at this really
Right.
paying for everything, paying for the drink, paying
Sure.
for the meal afterwards, paid for the entry fee for the event. So don't say anything. Clearly, they end up getting like 3rd place in the
Ooh.
whole thing.
Whoa.
And the event like posted it as like a tournament round.
Whoa.
So my
Dicey.
friend is like, what?
Where's Yip Strickler on that one?
What do I do to my fucking handicap? Like, there's
Wow.
not what happened. Like, he's like, I'm hitting shots. Like, he's like, I'm hitting shots like into the trees, chipping out, missing the
Oh,
green, chipping on, 2-putting for like a double. And the guy's like, incredible par save there. Like, and he's
There's
like,
a 4.
"What
There's
the
a
fuck
4.
is
The
going
difference
on?"
between 84 and 73 is worlds.
Oh
I
my
mean, you're
God.
just like,
Oh,
that's a
dude,
different day.
not even close.
It's not just a couple of 4-footers missed. there,
Right. That's a different day that you had out there.
So then we were saying, we were like, the other guy's version of the story is like, how about I played with this guy and he's hitting every fairway, every green, tried to claim that he shot 84. What a piece
Yeah,
of
right.
shit.
Yeah, this son of a bitch. That's
This
crazy.
guy just wants his handicap to go up. What are we doing?
Isn't that nuts?
Dude, I played this course that I've been wanting to get out at because I live right by it, like legitimately right by it. This place, Southward Ho, and it's
Yeah.
in the Brightwaters Bayshore area, and it's one of those clubs that I've wanted to get out at. And luckily enough, I got invited by Greg Giannotti, Gio from Boomer and Gio. Awesome
Amazing.
moment. Texts me, says, "Hey, I got an extra spot. Can you come out there? I got a couple great guys that we're gonna have a great day out there." So get to Southward Ho, play the golf course, love it, love everything about it, love all the people there. We're sitting down having pizza. They have great pizza there, and we're just having a great time. And Gio's adding up the score, and it's funny. I mean, he legitimately got the yips for adding up scores. Like at one point, he looked at me and goes, "Dude," and I knew I played like well, right?
Yeah.
But I had an idea of what I had shot. I'm not that great at keeping it in my head, but he was keeping the card, he was keeping the dots, all the presses. By the way, we had won like 6 different ways. He said he had never seen it before. We just kept opening up presses. They kept opening up presses, and we just kept beating them. It was great. I think we won 7 ways. It was nuts. I don't even know
That's
how. It was
Boy, I've
possible.
been on the other end of that before. It
was
sucked.
crazy.
It's like, yeah, we just like every time we press.
Oh my god,
You guys are just better than us. I
dude!
don't know why we keep pressing.
Dude, we just kept winning.
Like, why would I start a new match
just
from
the
even
bootlick.
with people that are better
But
than
it was auto press, and we just kept going up too. It was nuts. Then we'd go up 2 on that. It was nuts. And at the end, he looks at me, and his eyes got wide. He's like, "You shot 70," and I was like, "What?" And I looked at him like, "What?" And I had that moment of being like, "Do I just accept that, or do I tell this guy that I'm a huge fan of and like really, really respect that he's wrong?" So then I'm like, "You're wrong." I said that I did not just shoot my career best out there. Like, I mean, I made a couple. I'm like, yeah, I made a birdie. I made a birdie on 18. Like, I know that I got a couple back, but like, we saw a bunch of my bogeys out there, a bunch of
A
them.
ton of them.
So like, we ended up. So like, I'm doing it, and he goes, "Oh, it's like 74." I'm like, "No."
Yeah. Still
So
no.
he's adding it 3, 4, 15. I'm like, dude, I ripped it out of his hand, and I go, "You got to go by par at this
Yeah, that's
point. We
what I
got to
did.
stop adding it up." I'm like, 1 over, 2 over, 3 over, 4 over, 5 over, 6 over, 7 over, 8 over, 7 over, because we birdied 18. I'm like, I shot 78. And he's like, "Oh, great round." Dude, 3 times we got it wrong.
Really
I'm like,
good round.
And then
Solid.
someone else like, "Gio, what did I shoot?" I'm like, "He's got the yips right now."
Yeah.
He has and he's like, "I got the yips," just in his radio voice. "I got the yips. I got the yips right now." Oh, it was so funny.
Damn.
Wrong.
Yeah.
So I shot 70. Yeah, I played well. It
70
was
is a
nice
good
to
score.
see that. It was just nice to find. First time I broke 80 in a long time.
Yeah.
Great round.
Yeah.
It is a great round.
78's a great round.
Well,
I've been
yeah.
seeing that because I know we've
A
had
long
this
time since like people can know what my score is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
Um,
stuff in the. We got a lot of stuff in the kitchen.
City of Roses.
The fuck does that mean? I don't see a single rose out here.
Can people hear you?
Probably not. Portland, City of Roses, apparently.
Jonesy just said
Jonesy.
it's the city of roses. See any fucking
Was
roses?
it
out there, bro?
was it a timber town before this though? It's got to be a shipping timber town.
He doesn't have that information right now.
He's like, whoa.
Timbertown?
I just
Yeah,
gave you
that's-
the roses.
that's gotta be the
I'm
big
having
commodity.
He's like, you can't do
What
5
about-
minutes on the
what
roses,
about-
beat.
Timber,
What do the Trailblazers jerseys say? Rip City?
Rip
Yeah.
City,
Yeah.
which I don't know what that means.
is.
Rip City?
We're just out here
yeah.
for a rip, you Rip it around.
I've seen the question floating around quite recently. That's one that we had on the pod within the last couple of years or so that people were like asking folks if like what does someone have to shoot for you to be like, oh, it's a solid player.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Oh, I think anything sub
85
I think anything sub 80 really gets you talking.
for
I
sure.
would agree.
For sure. I would say
Solid-
no brainer.
Solid player. 84 is a really good round. Of
Agreed.
golf.
Yes.
Agreed. I totally
That's
agree
what
with
came
you.
to mind for me.
I would
85,
say-
you left a couple out there.
Yeah, I think you start getting up 86, 87, you're like solid. You can play the game, but like not good.
Yeah.
Like that's not good day. But like somebody comes in at 84, I'm like, you shot 12 over 18
Right.
holes of golf.
That's
That's
really
fucking
good.
solid.
Pretty
golf.
good.
You know, that's like really fucking solid.
Yeah,
golf.
anything under 85 is like, damn.
Yeah, and you get into 81, 82, I'm like, that's
Oh.
fucking solid. You break 80, that's like, damn,
Yeah.
good golf.
Break pars.
Yeah, break par years. Like,
No.
Yeah, psychotic.
Just think, most people don't break 100.
No.
Think about that. In
I
terms
could-
of the masses of players,
Dude, I
percentages
was
don't break
driving
100.
around. We were driving around Colonial with my dad, and it was just like a
yeah,
Twilight
that's not
round and-
surprising.
kind of going around and looking around at all these people. We were going back to the clubhouse because I had filmed something and we were done. And we passed a lot of guys playing golf. And we stopped for so many different tee boxes. So many guys were like topping the ball or hitting it out of bounds. I looked at them like, there are so many people that are not good.
Dude.
Like these are
Well-
people that play golf the most, right? You belong to a
It's-
club. You're
Uh-huh.
out there playing. You're playing
Dude.
Twilight golf
They're
like on a
fucking
Tuesday.
terrible.
Like you fucking love this game. You love it, you grind it, and you just can't figure it out. And like it's just the nature of the beast, man. No one can figure this game out.
But half of it is they're playing from the wrong tee set.
We talked a lot about that on
Right.
last show.
They have to go forward.
I moved my dad all the
Huge.
way up to the freaking gold
Have to.
tees, one behind the Reds.
The struggle we got with my dad.
And
Yeah?
No, he's just, I'll play
He
back here with
loves
you
it.
guys. I know he would love it.
Yeah, it's way better.
The only time I ever get him to play up a tee or two is I blame it on the club. I invite him to like the father-son at the club.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, the club just has you playing from up there. And I just like scoot him up
yeah,
there. And like then he plays, he has so much more fun. But he's got this, which I understand, this like manly, like,
yeah.
I don't even want to call it ego, just like pride. Or I'm like, I'll
Sure.
just play back with you guys. Like, what do you mean? Like,
How would he respond to the conversation we had a couple episodes ago where it's mandatory? If you were like at this place or just going forward, they're like mandating people.
You know what I might try to tell him that I couldn't think of in real time when this happened last year was I might just tell him it's an age thing.
Yeah.
No, anyone over, because he just turned 70. And when we went to Masters, the whole deal. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, nah, anyone over 70, you got to play from like whatever the fuck it is, the green tee. I'm just
Would he
saying,
rebel
like,
against that?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. Like, I think no, and I, he also, he doesn't play much golf, so he
Sure.
probably plays less than 5 rounds a year when we do play, and he still has good action. He occasionally can fucking pipe one and like play the game,
Yeah.
but he also like thinks, if he's like 180 out, he's thinking like it's like a 5-iron. Like, no, dude, your 5-iron now probably flies like 150 or something. You're 70, which is totally,
Right.
and you never
Yeah.
play, and like all that. So it's like, then I would like to get him when he does play the proper tees, like Frankie's doing the deck, where it's like, dude, when he does hit a good drive, like you should have a fucking pitching wedge or a
Right.
9-iron in.
Correct.
He's hitting good drives and having like 200 in. I'm like, you don't have a 200 club that you
Yeah.
can like, especially in desert golf, that you can like fly over the fucking
yeah.
desert
Oh.
and land on the green. Like you just don't have that. I don't fucking have that. I play golf every day, Dad. But watch me. I can't, fucking hit. I'm hitting all over the place. So it's like,
Right.
so then when he does plays the proper tees, I learned that he forgets about it pretty quickly, and then has a much better experience.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Make your game as close to the pros as you can. When's the last time you saw
Yeah.
Rory hit driver 3-wood into a par 4?
Right.
But
Oh.
everybody plays golf, plays from the farthest back tees, and hits driver 3-iron.
I think a lot of the times we
driver
come
wedge.
to like the solution of, oh yeah, move the older guys up because like or my dad or your dad, like they'll enjoy it up there. I think the real issue is when you get like one of your buddies that's your age, same ability kind like physically as you, and then you're like you should go play from two or three up. Like my buddy like Big Rob, he's like pound for pound the worst golfer of all time. I saw Robbie Berger, I think, has
Good.
been using that line for himself, but I think my cousin Kyle, my buddy Kyle, who's his cousin, has said that about Big Rob at a dinner before. I think Robbie Berger found it to be the funniest thing he'd ever heard. Pound for pound, the amount of golf that Big Rob has played, worst golfer in the world. He can't hit the ball forward. He has taken so
Is he
many
a good
swings.
athlete or no?
He is.
Like
He
good
is a good
pickleball
paddle
player?
player,
Yeah.
good pickleball player, great baseball player. good basketball players got a wet jump shot. Just
Somebody
but
for that
6'4",
low weight ball
but
sitting right there. Just
6'5", can't dunk, can't even touch rim. Like they're all like little things. And then he would swing and balls going through his legs backwards, like shots you've never seen before. Not just bad, like he'll stun you. Pound for pound, worst golfer of all time. You ask him to go like 1 or 2 up, it's just like he's not going to do that. Like you're on a buddy's trip, you're on a bachelor party.
Yeah.
He's not playing from the goals.
Like you two other men that have 4 limbs like I do and are the same, have been going around this earth the same amount of time. I'll go play from up there. You guys,
Yeah.
I'll
And I
watch you
will
hit,
say,
and then you
like,
stop at my tee.
He would be way better there. He like hits his irons well. Like it's just like it's everything with the tee shot he's bad with. But he might be able to knock his 7-iron around from up there, and he'd like play a good match. He's probably gonna message me and be like, his 2-man team did beat me on our last buddies trip. So I mean, he had a great partner. So he's probably gonna be real mad that.
Incredible.
I mean, Brennan, right? Like he did beat me.
Who do you play with?
I think he played with Tom.
Oh,
yeah.
Tom.
But it's just
Has he ever tried to play 9 holes with just irons? Like
Him?
not even put a driver in the bag?
I
Like
think
tee
he
off with your
starts to do
5-iron
that
only?
like the Sunday singles on our trips.
And
You know,
he's-
bigger.
Does he score better?
Yeah, he scores better. Yeah.
He scores better.
He scores way better.
Yeah.
To be honest, it may not even been Tom. Now that I think about it, but yeah, it was bad. We got crushed by Rob.
Do you guys do blind pairings or do you match?
We the captains just call them out, and then the other captain answers. Yeah,
That's a good way to do it.
a great way to do it.
Yeah, we get like for ours, we start getting like literally the night that we arrive, we start getting people drunkenly demanding a matchup.
Well, I think
in
that
singles.
there's always like just like with
Good idea.
Yeah.
I think similar like the dad bod, like now there's like set Sunday
Yeah,
single
yeah.
matches. Like I always play Tom, Kyle always plays Andrew, Rob always plays Jeff because like Rob lost a 6-hole lead to Jeff at Big Cedar Lodge.
Yeah, you got to run that
Like
back.
it's just unbelievable. And Jeff beat him again this year. Just got his number. Guy plays twice a year and beat Big Rob. We're trying to figure out where we're gonna go next year. Brendan's like a part of this thing now. So
Where are you guys? This is like
Frisco, we've been talking.
Frisco Tech.
PGA Frisco is a very cool, like I think we talked about it when we were there for the first time, but it is a great example of like if you were to build something from scratch with a plan of like what a buddy's trip spot should be with the bar, with the short course, with the giant screen out
So
there,
cool.
the huge putting green, all the cottages around
Yep.
it, sick hotel if
Carts,
you're more of a
yep.
hotel person. Carts are awesome. Like
And honestly, like the lodging there is incredible. If you can get those houses that we stayed in, like that's something that I really want to be a part of.
Well, there's
Real-
a hotel right there. Because we've stayed in a hotel
Yeah.
too. That's nice too.
Yeah, it's
Hotel's
an
awesome,
It's an
yeah.
Omni hotel, yeah.
great little
And
coffee
to
shop.
be honest,
right
the fact
there.
that it's just like
Oh.
right next to Dallas, and we have a lot of travel next year. Like my buddy Kyler I just mentioned, Robbie Berger's cousin, he's getting married in Rome next year.
Wow.
And he was the best man at my wedding, so like I'm obviously going to that thing. And so like
Your ass
we've
is
all
going.
got a lot of travel next year, but we still want to keep the buddies trip alive. So like it's finding those easy trips where it's like, all right, we could all fly into Dallas. You get one big van, you get one big Uber, couple Ubers, you get down to Frisco, play a couple rounds, and you get out of there. It's easier than like going to Abandon or going
Yep.
to a Cabot or going. It's just you don't need the connections. It's like you got to find those places that are next to the airport. So
Yeah.
that's something we're trying to figure out right now. There's also great places on the East Coast that like you don't need to get on a plane. That's
We
the place
did,
that I need to figure out.
We
Like,
did.
upstate New
What
York.
did we do?
Turning Stone Resort.
Turning Stone Resort. I've been
Turning
to.
Stone's supposed to be.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah,
I've
I've
never
never
been
been
there.
to.
Adunio, is that what it's called?
Was it?
Adunio? Is that the golf course?
I don't know. They got like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I think it's called Adunio. I went there. It was sick.
You know what's a great you know what's a really good East Coast golf buddies trip destination is Newport, Rhode Island.
Wow.
And it's not you're not right there at the golf, but there's Newport National is a public course that's maybe 15 minutes away.
Mhm.
That's a super cool playable golf course. And then the scene in Newport, Rhode Island is phenomenal. It's like a
Yeah.
beach town. There's an oyster bar. It's like Lurch
I can
country.
get, I
like
can get
Lurch
around.
like
I can get around Newport.
is made for it. You
Yep.
walk up and down like I think it's Thames Street or something, Thames Street, and
Mhm.
there's really cool little bars. There's a couple on the water. It's a fantastic spot. We used to go there all the time with like Lurch's group of
Delaware's a
buddies.
good spot too. Dewey
Oh yeah,
Beach,
I'm sure
Bethany
there's some
Beach.
good ones there.
We've gone down there. Big Rob's got a place.
What about like Kiowa? I've never been to Kiowa. You guys went for the
Kiowa is just.
did.
I got a bad taste in my mouth about Kiowa.
Really?
I love the area. I would love to go down. I'd love to
Well,
like
the
own a
problem
house.
is-
It's just
you know
the
who's
golf
gonna
is-
love this segment? Tom Pashley. You guys
What?
remember when we were sitting there after the Kisner match? We were having beers
Ooh.
around the fire pit after the Kiz scramble, and Kiz was on one, and he was just kind of shitting on everything. When he was in a bad mood, he had lost, we were
Fair.
Yeah.
drinking, he was being kind of like
Piece of
downer
shit.
about stuff. And, like, so Pashley chimed in trying to cash in on this negative thing. He's like, yeah, Kevin, what do you think about that? Kiowa, I know you've been down there. And Kiz goes, Kiowa is as good as it gets.
That's unbelievable.
What a pure golf course. Lodging's insane. What a perfect spot.
Problem
Dude.
with Kiowa was it shut down. Like that was the part to me where it was like at 9 o'clock everything was closed.
We went there for the PGA Championship. Obviously, it was a huge, overtaking. So like, it's really hard for me to not judge it off that because that's
Yeah,
all I
true.
know. So like, yeah, the restaurants were all closed. We had to go like off the island to go to a dinner once.
You had to
Like
cross the bridge. Yeah.
across the bridge, and like that's the only place that was open after the golf
Yeah.
course. And then like the course is really fucking hard. Like you're not taking some of the guys that I go on these golf trip with.
Really
golf trip.
hard. That's where
Like,
Lurch said it's like the hardest course ever.
Dude, the
played.
wind is like we were even just as spectators. Remember that one par 3 that we like hugged Joel Damon on
I think
when we
it's
were on
17.
ESPN?
240 or something like that.
over
isn't
the
it?
water.
Yeah.
I
Oh
want to
yeah.
say the course rating's like 79 there.
Dude,
You can't
I
sit-
remember
you-
standing on that tee box being like, I never want to play this.
You can't
Yeah.
send Biggie out there.
No, he's 80 years old. So yeah, that's probably not one that I would do. I would like to go there and like tackle the course with like you guys, like
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
fun.
like go play like
Try
an
to play your
actual yeah,
game.
try and play your game. But it's not to me. I don't know.
Be ready to play with Row Sparks. With Row Sparks, you can get the erection you have always wanted. Very important, folks. You're going to want that if you're in a sexual situation. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations to you. Good for you. Good for you and your partner. You know, it's even better having the erection that you've always wanted. Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. You don't have to worry about any of that weirdness, any of that awkwardness, any of that shyness. With Row, you simply don't have to worry about it. If approved, treatment ships directly to your door. So it's that simple. You're going to connect with a provider at row.co/foreplay, very fitting, to find out if prescription Row Sparks are right for you. Again, that is ro.co/foreplay, FOREPLAY. You're going to find out if prescription Row Sparks are right for you. ro.co/foreplay. You're going to get $15 off your first order. So again, go to our link, $15 off your first order. You want to be ready. We need you to be ready. We're happy for you out there. And Row Sparks are going to make you even happier, if you know what I'm talking about. That is with Row Sparks, you get the erection that you have always wanted. ro.co/foreplay for $15 off your first order. This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. Look, hydration in our world is enormous. Golf, hot. You're out there sweating, the heat. Sometimes you don't feel it. You're in a golf cart, you're driving around, the wind's blowing, you're in the heat of the match. You're focused on maybe you got some music playing, maybe you're watching your playing partners, you're doing a little match play, you're trying to see where you're going to be at. You're not focusing enough on your hydration. And then afterwards, or that evening, or then maybe the next day, realize, holy moly, am I dehydrated? Body Armor Flash IV, it delivers faster, longer lasting hydration with over 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes and no artificial dyes, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners like those other drinks. So whether you're training, whether you're traveling, or if you're just feeling the heat, you're working hard, it's going to work hard for you. That's Body Armor Flash IV. Plus, they got a bunch of delicious flavors. This stuff really is. It's life-saving in a lot of ways. Maybe you're having a couple adult beverages, libations. Shout out to our guy. Body Armor Flash IV is going to be huge for you. So make sure you hydrate hard with Body Armor Flash IV. Grab yours today at your local 7-Eleven convenience store. That is Body Armor Flash IV.
We're going to some farm to table steakhouse tonight,
I
Farm to
which
table.
I've seen. I actually said for the first time in my life tonight, I've seen a lot of farms in my life. I've never seen farming actually happening. Someone was what were they doing?
They were like disking up the land, right?
What were they
Is that what he
doing?
was
Yeah,
doing?
they were tilling up the land. That's what they're
Tilling up the
Tilling
land.
Yeah,
Dude, it
so-
was
so-
crazy.
So you got to get the soil to get, topsoil
There was
back to the
dust
top.
everywhere. There was
Yeah.
dirt flying everywhere, and there was a guy on a tractor.
He's about to plant
just
some
freaking-
crops. Is what he's about to
He was doing his thing. I'm like, that's the first time I've ever seen farming.
Yeah, he was tilling up the land. Is exactly right.
100%.
Churning it all up,
so
getting
we're-
the best soil up there. And
We
you
probably
know,
got a couple things on that menu.
That's America, baby.
Probably got a couple things on that menu. Poor Ryan Richardson, man. What a late
Oh.
night for
happened
Mr.
to Ryan
Richardson.
Richardson?
Well, it's
Oh.
10:40, so he's got to get this podcast up.
By the time
Probably
this
got to
gets
take a
to
couple
him, is
things
going to be
out
what,
that I
another
said.
hour?
Probably something stupid.
So maybe let's say he's able to start working on this by 11:30.
Has he slept?
Did he do pre-sleep?
He took a nap, midday nap.
Pre-sleep.
We
Pre-
Put
yeah,
him down for a nap. Couple-
this group and a bunch of other people, fantasy football.
We're in a fantasy
Oh,
football league, first
right.
time in foreplay history.
Yep.
We started one. I'm sure everyone's really excited about that.
I know
Spearheaded
it's
that.
the thing is hard to talk about, but
Part of my take ruined that. Like no one cares about you. A lot of
but
people
that's
care
been a
about my
thing. I get what they're saying. It's like it's so specific.
I think
'Cause-
about them when I talk about my fantasy. They've like done the thing.
but they're right.
I know. I've got the they.
Because when I hear it, like it's so specific, because it's like I don't know. It's like
Here's what I would say. I think you
Yeah.
get away with talking about your fantasy league because there's like people involved.
Right.
I think you don't get away with talking about your fantasy team of like, dude, I had this reception. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Yeah.
No,
But
no,
I
no.
think when you talk about the team, like the only reason I say this is because I know like when Dave was in that fantasy league with a bunch of famous people,
yeah.
that what like Stephen Che was the
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was that a
Steve Che,
baseball
Mike-
league?
Mike
neutral
Trout.
commissioner of or something.
Oh no, it wasn't baseball. Yeah, it was
Mike
I
Trout.
always found that to be very interesting, like
Yeah.
the group chat and so I do think there's an element of it.
And there's always that moment that everyone shares it where you're going into like Monday Night Football and you lose by 0.001 points
Yeah.
because of a crazy play that happened.
Yeah.
That is like worth talking about for me. Like I don't know. We all spend money and we play in these leagues for years upon years. It's like a big part of our lives. So now we've started our own. Hopefully it'll last us 50, 60 years.
This is my first year back playing fantasy football. I'm in 2 leagues now, which I'm a little overwhelmed by. But
I'm in 2. I've been in 4 before.
my first time ever doing two.
I like doing the one. It's like I like doing one
These are your guys.
NCAA bracket. I like doing
These
one.
are your
fantasy
these are
football.
your players.
Yeah.
Your
Right.
quarterback.
Now I got who knows.
Your
got
lines
two
are crossed.
quarterbacks.
I was on a
got-
plane trying to draft last night. It was a disaster.
That was funny. You were
But-
also drafting right in front of me, which was half the time, which was huge for me because I knew how I had so much. I knew I had a
Yeah.
whole minute to
I
think
just fuck yeah.
because Trent would just drain it
I
right
was on a
down to
plane.
0.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is good. Some planes it's still spotty. But
I was like using ChatGPT a little bit to try to like help me. 'cause I don't
Hard.
know a ton of shit, which is not the easiest thing in the world. But I will say, shout out to ChatGPT. This might be old news. Everybody can do this, but we went last weekend. I was in Colorado with my family. It was awesome. And one night we snuck out, just did a little adults dinner. It was like me, my brother, and his wife Maggie. And we went to this cool Italian joint in Boulder called Fore, and they had the wine menu. And I just took a picture of the red wine list, the red wine list bottle, and just uploaded it to ChatGPT, and it just gave me in half a second. It gave me like 3 bullet point sort of paragraphs,
Wow.
and it goes, in conclusion, if you're looking for just the best bottle here, it's this one, which was like $550.
Wow.
It was like, if you're looking for the best value compared to what they're pricing it, it's this one, which is like $110, and was like, but it's so good, and they have
Yeah.
it listed at like, it should be $170. And then it was like, however, the bottle that I think on here is a really, really good bottle of
Never drank
Cab
one.
Sav that won't break the bank is this one. And I was like, perfect, done. And it was delicious.
It's all fun and games. You guys got to watch the new Mission Impossible. Did you watch the one that's right before this Final Reckoning?
Is that the one where on the train
Yeah.
at the end? That's the one I've seen.
Like where like
Ving Rhames.
no, the guy like
Oh.
they call it like the all knowing
Yeah.
AI, whatever it was. They have a name for it, and it was in the whole fucking movie, and they kept calling
Probably
it
the number one
something.
thing they talk about.
The number
Yeah.
one thing. they
Probably
talk
is the
We
plot.
gotta
of
shut
the
down
movie.
this thing here. What's it called again?
So that's what the second one's all about, or the last
Second
one?
one's all about stopping it because it starts out with like the AI.
Syndicate.
No, it starts out with the AI doing this with like the wine.
Yeah.
And then it turns into like floors start opening up in like North Korea and Russia and China, and like the warheads start to come out because it's
Yeah.
gotten like access to all of that, and it's like, you better do what I want, or else all these are going to each other. And it's
Oh.
like Tom Cruise is on a plane being like, no, just
Yeah.
figuring out how to fucking jump from like
I-
prop plane to prop plane.
I don't know how close we are to that, but it scares me when that I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
It is 1,000,000,000% going to happen. It is without a doubt going to happen, whether it's in 1,000 years, 10,000 years.
I saw
The answer is that it will happen.
we talk a lot of AI on the show, but I saw one conversation, it might have been Rogan, where he was like, the next generation of kids who are in like high school right now, they don't know what job to go after because they don't know what job is going to exist.
Yeah.
That's a weird place to be.
Talking about that with my brother. His kids are 8 and 5, but he was
Yeah.
like, I literally struggle with like trying to picture how my kids would get placed in the job market and what they should focus on, because in 15 years when they're in the job market, like what's going to exist?
Right. Like I have I've always said if I could pick we have a dream job, so it's always so hard to say it, but it's like if you had another crack at it and you had to pick another job, I would always love to do something in movies, whether it be like directing or scoring movies and stuff like that. But like, will that even be a job, right? Like AI can just pick like the perfect sound based off of the perfect scene and just be like, yeah, we're gonna make music. I mean, AIs are already making music, and everyone's so against it because there's like no creativity from the actual human heart, brain. But like, I could see that like becoming obsolete too.
The flip side of that is like every job might be taken by AI, so maybe you just get to hang. We all just get to hang.
Yeah,
Universal
I listened to your
income.
dude Sam Altman. I listened to him talk, and he was just like, humans are gonna figure out other things to do because like we're always just gonna like figure out how we like humans.
Yeah.
We like computers.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
If we can keep that up,
I
like,
agree
we're
with
just
that
gonna
too.
like I'd rather hear Beef play the cello than like the computer, just because it's like something there's like in me. He's like, but we have to keep that because if that goes, then it's over.
Yeah.
But like somehow you have to like keep like the beauty and like the love for like human to human interaction, while also having this awesome thing that's gonna like advance the world.
Yeah. That's best case scenario.
Right.
Worst case scenario is your Mission Impossible.
What the hell is the name of that thing, man?
I think it's called the Sentinel.
No, it ain't.
Is that
It's not the Syndicate or the
Matrix?
Sentinel?
AI.
Sentinel?
Let's get the name of that,
name
and then we'll sign off.
from
You want to go to
Mission
dinner?
I want dinner bad.
Impossible. The AI name for Mission is called the Entity.
Ah,
All right, everyone.
I'm
Enjoy
saying.
your
I
weekend.
think it's the
NFL back.
NFL's
DraftKings,
back.
get on there. And
We've
we'll
also
be
got a
back.
big event that we're going to be announcing. I think we've even said it, but like the week of Ryder Cup, we are doing an event at Borelli's Italian restaurant. I do believe tickets are going on sale Monday.
Woo!
I could
Really?
be wrong about that, but we got to get this on sale at some point. It's
Yeah.
next week.
Things
Fucking
coming
insane.
around the
So
corner.
I do believe it's Monday.
Coming
It's
around.
going to be a huge event. It's going to be a huge event. We're packing out Borelli's, live music, live show, Stu Finer in the building. Like, I mean, other guests coming into the building, being on the show, friends of the program, friends from from our golf world, our YouTube world too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure if you're in the area Wednesday night, we are going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it big, kicking off Ryder Cup week.
Great.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week, which will be, is next week no, we got 2 weeks till the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
So, okay. Deal with your hype. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
hard.